Ron McCoy here at the Wild Bunch, 1218 North Jesse James Road in Excelsior Springs, Missouri. I operate RM Land inside the Wild Bunch, and today we're going to focus on big little books. So called because they have big stories inside little volumes. You'll see what I'm talking about when we get into my booth. And yes, we are going to head to a turn-of-the-century penny arcade in order to learn more about big little books. And yes, we will be peering into the magic Mutoscope, but before that, we are going to consult the Jolly Roger. So follow me, fellow Buccaneers. I am in that turn-of-the-century penny arcade, hoping to find out more about big little books. Oh, there it is, the Jolly Roger over yonder. Let's listen.
Ahoy there, mate! I am Captain Cutter, and I can answer all of your deep questions. First, though, payment is required.
So, Captain Cutter, what kind of payment do you require?
I want your soul.
My soul? Well, this may be more complicated than I thought. In the meantime, let's learn more about big little books by peering into the magic Mutoscope. Meanwhile, back in RM Land, I am continuing to ponder the payment problem with regard to Captain Cutter. We will have to plumb new depths with regard to our ingenuity to solve that problem, because I know Captain Cutter has information that will help us with our understanding of big little books. In the meantime, I have unearthed some information of my own that I'm happy to share. The Whitman Publishing Company in Racine, Wisconsin published Big Little Books from 1932 to 1949. These books were small in size, usually around 3 5/10 by 4 5/10 inches, but promised big entertainment for only a dime. The oxymoronic title referred to the large amount of story and enjoyment experienced by reading a disproportionately smaller book. The books were typically around 432 pages in length, and a captioned picture appeared next to each page of text. Whitman was a subsidiary of Western Publishing, the creator of the famous Little Golden books, think Pokey Little Puppy. Thickness varied by page count. For example, the 1934 Buffalo Bill and the Pony Express had 380 pages and was 1 1/4 inches thick. If you're looking to start a Big Little Book collection of your own, you're mostly in luck. Many Big Little Books can be found for under $30, certainly a lot cheaper than that at RM Land, at many antique or thrift stores, like the Wild Bunch. You can also routinely find lots of Big Little Books on popular auction sites. However, the best place to find them, of course, is RM Land. Whitman Publishing came out with its first Big Little Book in 1932, The Adventures of Dick Tracy. Soon after, Whitman had titles with comic strip characters like Wash Tubbs, as well as a range of Walt Disney titles. Because the original books were printed on cheap, acidic wood pulp paper, and handled by children, intact copies are often very fragile. They are considered nostalgic artifacts of the golden age of popular media.
Our big little books, they were 10 cents a piece. Each one of them had a picture on one page and the story on the other, and you get a whole story. They stopped making them in the, of any consequence, they stopped making them in the mid-50s. They had some reprints thereafter, but nothing new or really very good.
So, Captain Cutter, you say for the information that you can provide, you want my soul. Well, I'm not willing to give you my soul, not even the one on the bottom of my shoe.
Payment is required. And since you are not willing to surrender your soul, not even the one on the bottom of your shoe, I will accept something even more valuable. How about an RM Land pen, balloon and cup, and Tootsie Pop in exchange for what I know about Big Little Books?
Okay, Captain Cutter, that I am willing to pay. Let her rip.
Thank you for your payment. Here is what I know about Big Little Books. The 1932 debut of Big Little Books, the first inexpensive books available for children, Big Little Books were a precursor to the comics and such series as the Golden Books. The books were sold in dime stores such as Kresge and Woolworth, where children could purchase them with their own spending money.
Wow, Captain Cutter, that information was worth the wait and worth the payment. And when you come to RM Land, you can get the same payment. You can get a free pen, a cup, a balloon, all emblazoned with the RM Land logo, and of course, you can also get a free Tootsie Pop. Yes, I sell Big Little Books and RM Land, but that is only the beginning of the multitude of items that I have for sale, as you will soon see. The freedom of not being number one is the freedom to just be. Yes, they come from a bizarre parallel universe. They are non-Nito products, and they are available in RM Land at a much less expensive price. So yes, be sure to come to the Wild Bunch. There are over 200 phenomenal vendors, one of which is little old me here in the Wild Bunch. So come on up to Excelsior Springs, Missouri. I have a feeling you will enjoy your jaunt through this building.